I have been with Healthcare Partners for probably 2 years, and my experience has been absolutely terrific. When I go to a specialist, my records follow me. There's no need to actually provide any additional information. They know what's happened in my primary care doctor's office.
Become a healthcare partner today. Medicare open enrollment starts October 15 and ends December 7. Learn more about how you can become a healthcare partner at hcpnv.com.
News 46 is brought to you by Comfort Hospice Care, where we give our patients and their loved ones peace of mind, knowing we provide the highest quality of care 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information, call 751-0349. News is also brought to you by the St. Therese Mission, a future venue for cultural and environmental events near Pahrump. Get involved. Visit us at sttheresemission.com or call 702-507-4172.
Tonight on News 46, a suspect is dead and a woman rescued after being kidnapped.
A teenager is transported by ambulance after being struck by a vehicle.
And a service is held at Gigi Sweet's Veterans Memorial Park. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Rhonda Van Winkle and Jason Koblenz. Local coverage from Deanna O'Donnell. News 46. Local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Monday, January 13th, 2014. I'm Rhonda Van Winkle.
And I'm Jason Koblenz for News 46.
Well, a three-vehicle accident occurred late this afternoon on Highway 160 and Postal Road. As of 5 o'clock this evening, the road is still blocked, and that would be Highway 160. Medics are assessing 4 patients at this time. We will have more on this story on tomorrow night's broadcast.
One man apparently committed suicide in a hotel room at the Best Western after kidnapping a woman from her home in Las Vegas. The pair were reported to have been dating at some point. It's not clear as to when. Here's more.
Nye County Sheriff's deputies, detectives, and SWAT team, as well as Las Vegas Metro SWAT team, all converged onto the Best Western Hotel here on Highway 160 and Postal Road for a report of a man holding a female captive in one of the rooms. He had apparently kidnapped her from her home in Las Vegas.
The Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department advised the Nye County Sheriff's Office that there was apparently a male armed with a firearm and that he had kidnapped a female from the Las Vegas area on Saturday night. They were believed to be in the Pahrump area. Nye County Sheriff's Office was informed that the suspect forced the female into her vehicle at gunpoint after pointing his Glock 22 40 caliber semi-automatic pistol to at least one other individual and firing his weapon into the air. At approximately 5:40 Sunday morning, deputies located the vehicle at the Best Western Hotel in the parking lot. It was determined that the female and male had checked into a room at that hotel. Due to the circumstances that had occurred in Las Vegas, the Nye County Sheriff's Office SWAT team, hostage negotiator team member Assistant Sheriff Rick Marshall were activated, with Sheriff Tony DeMeo staffing tactical operation control. After several unsuccessful attempts to contact the suspect via hotel and cell phone, police cleared the surrounding rooms where the suspect was located. The Nye County Sheriff's Office SWAT team was cleared to make entry into the room for a hostage rescue. As entry was being made, the Nye County Sheriff's Office SWAT deputies heard a single shot fired. The male was located in the room, deceased, with an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. The female was also located in the room uninjured. The female was taken from the area and turned over to the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department investigators on scene.
News 46 spoke to longtime manager of Best Western and Draft Picks, Lorraine Russo Harper, in front of the room where this all occurred, number 136. The room was in the process of being completely gutted out so that new furnishings and carpeting could be put in place.
Early this morning around 7 o'clock, the suspect found out that the police were here. SWAT was at the property. The suspect became aware of it and, from what I understand, shot himself. He is deceased. The person that was kidnapped, I understand, is fine. I got to commend the Nye County Sheriff's Office. Rick Marshall did a great job. We had to evacuate part of the building. They were wonderful with our hotel guests, explaining as best they could without compromising the situation, what was going on, answering any questions that they could, making sure that our guests felt safe and secure. So Rick Marshall did an awesome job, as did everyone with the Nye County Sheriff's Office.
Nye County Sheriff Tony DeMeo did say that that male took that female from her own home in Las Vegas at gunpoint. They drove her vehicle up here to Pahrump and checked into the Best Western Hotel. That's where that female was held captive until the Nye County Sheriff's Office SWAT team entered the room with a flashbang grenade, where we've been told that the man took his own life by use of a gunshot wound to the head. The female was taken out unharmed. This investigation is continuing. This is Deanna O'Donnell at the Best Western on Highway 160 for News 46.
Late this afternoon, the 29-year-old suspect was identified as Ferdinand Lariosa of Las Vegas.
A 15-year-old boy has been transported by ambulance to local medical facilities after being struck by a vehicle on Leslie Street. Reportedly, the boy is not suffering any life-threatening injuries.
Tonight's accident report is brought to you by Stovall & Associates. Don't expect insurance companies to have your best interest in mind. Stovall & Associates cares. Let us help you if you have been involved in an accident.
A vehicle versus pedestrian accident occurred on Thursday night on Leslie and Betty Streets. Apparently, the male juvenile, approximately 15 years old, was riding his bicycle when he lost control, went partially into the roadway, and was struck by a vehicle. The juvenile's parents arrived on scene and requested that he be transported to Desert View hospitals with injuries sustained as a result of this accident. No one in the car was injured. Nye County Sheriff's deputies blocked traffic, and also other children were being let off the bus at the time of this accident. Traffic was blocked while the investigation was being conducted. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Albertsons. You're in for something fresh.
Administrators in charge of school budget cuts have opted to axe physical education instead of academic programs. However, experts say non-activity affects classroom performance. Now, a nonprofit organization led by one woman who can relate is making sure kids keep moving to keep their grades up. Marty Salt has the story.
This health tip is brought to you by
Desert View Hospital and Mountain Valley Physicians Group. Don't put your health on hold. We have time for you. Call us to schedule your appointment. 775-751-7100.
School days may be longer than ever, but it's afternoon, and Ms. Schoneker's 4th grade class is still alert and ready to learn.
I know that with the longer school day, that they would have a really hard time focusing. It would be a challenge for me to get across what I need to, and it would be a challenge for them to learn. So this helps get out their energy, and they're ready to learn.
They get their energy out by taking running breaks.
Well, we started Chicago Run in an effort to get our Chicago public school kids up and active and to instill the daily habit of physical activity.
1 in 3 children nationally are considered overweight or obese, which can contribute to depression and anxiety. Children should do 60 minutes or more of physical activity each day. Just make sure your child or adolescent is doing 3 types of physical activity a week. Muscle strengthening, like gymnastics, bone strengthening, such as jumping rope, and most importantly, aerobic activity, like running. It's something Alicia Gonzalez knows firsthand. She's the executive director of Chicago Run, an avid runner, and understands the positive effects running has on kids, especially in the inner city.
I know what running did for me as a child. It was my ability to let loose. It was my way of de-stressing from some of the things that I saw often in my neighborhood.
Now she's motivating thousands of elementary and middle school kids to run their stress away too, so they can feel good.
I like running because it makes me feel really good.
And focus on their future.
It helps me learn more and study more.
I'm Marty Salt reporting.
Chicago Run has grown from serving 2,000 to 13,500 students in 45 Chicago public schools since the organization formed 5.5 years ago. Alicia says that many schools are interested in programs like Chicago Run due to the need for more physical activity during the school day and the implementation of new health and wellness policies at the district level.
Medics transported 2 people from the scene of an accident on Leslie Street north of Atkinson this morning.
A 2-vehicle accident occurred on Leslie, just north of Atkinson Street this morning. Nye County Sheriff's deputies, Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue all arrived on scene to find both vehicles partially off the roadway with major damage. 2 people were assessed on the scene by medics and transported to Desert View Hospital with injuries sustained as a result of this accident. Apparently, the accident occurred when one vehicle was pulling out of a dirt driveway onto northbound Leslie Street and made contact with the other vehicle. Nye County Sheriff's deputies blocked traffic while the investigation was being conducted. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
The Nevada Department of Transportation approved several traffic light changes this morning for Highway 160 in Las Vegas. A traffic light will be installed at Blue Diamond and Cimarron, the scene of a deadly accident November 9th that took the life of teenager Helen Liu and injured 2 of her friends. In addition, upgraded crosswalk signals will be placed at Blue Diamond in Buffalo and Blue Diamond in Durango. The cost is expected to be $1 million, with federal and state funds being used. NDOT will also look at conducting a study to examine Blue Diamond from Interstate 15 to Red Rock Canyon Road to see whether or not more pedestrian-friendly conditions need to be built.
Facebook acquired Branch Media and its sister service Potluck today for its social conversation platform. Financial terms of the deal were not initially disclosed, but at least one news site is reporting Facebook will pay $15 million for the social startup. Branch promotes itself as a service that allows anyone to grab anything from the web and talk about it with anyone and then publish it anywhere. Potluck is an iPhone app that lets you find out what's going on anywhere and chat about it with your friends and contacts.
The second week in the professional bull riders season was held in Chicago. Brazilian Marco Iguchi won the event with a $34,185 reward. Brazilian Fabiano Vieira won second place on a bull named Smackdown. The New World standings have Marco Iguchi in first place with Fabiano Vieira in second. 2004 world champion Mike Lee is in third place. News 46 would like to thank Judge Margaret Whitaker for this report.
And we will have more news right after the break. Please stay with us.